Steve. Good to see you, brother. Yeah,
nice
man.
to see you.
Man, thanks again. Steve did a Chords and Coffee with me, gosh, just a couple of years ago at this point.
I think at least, yeah. That was a fun thing.
It was fun. The only Chords and Coffee episode to feature sleigh bells.
It was around Christmas time, maybe. We have to go back and look.
It's really funny, but you should watch that episode. If you're not familiar with Carr Amps for some reason, you guys are doing an incredible sort of amalgamation of lots of classic amps. There's a Carr theme. It's not just your last name, right?
Well, that's right. We've used that for a lot of the names of the amps, which makes it fun.
Yeah.
We like puns.
And I got to say...
we don't go over the top, though.
Not over the top with their puns, but they are over the top with the aesthetics of the amp. You have some of the most beautiful amps. It's like Frank Lloyd Wright and Leo Fender sort of got together and designed
that is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got our own wood shop. I think we're one of the few that actually produces the cabinets. And so that lets us do all kinds of fun things and also, come up with ideas, and then we can just build it and see how it looks, see how it sounds, make sure that everything's great about it, and then release the product.
Yeah, well, like for example, check out this bell ray right here. This is a beautiful, and this came out last year, but it'd be cool to talk about it. Walk us through the specs of the bell ray.
Sure, and just, the first thing you see on this particular one, which is new here at NAMM, is this amazing hardwood cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a brand new offering. We're going to...
is that mahogany?
It's mahogany. It's mahogany ply with solid mahogany caps, and the inlay work is just amazing. One of the fellows at our shop, Mikey, has a side business doing Danish modern furniture, which he told us about, but we never really understood. And he said, "Hey, let me make a cabinet." And he brought this in, and we're blown away.
It's gorgeous.
So this look is new.
Yeah, and by the way, your amps, they're tube amps. It's all everything hand-wired tube. They're not ridiculously heavy either.
No.
It's a great grab-and-go amp.
Yeah, I like to play out, and I like comfort, I'm afraid. And so anyway, light is important. We use aluminum chassis. Electrically, they're low conductivity, and they are light. They've been great. The cabinets, and we go for a certain look, and the plywood, which we've used, is really high quality, but a light plywood. Did you want to go over the specs of this guy?
Yeah, just walk us through it real quick.
But yeah, light is important, and I'm always thinking about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this has a Fane F25 speaker, which does have a fantastic sound, but a little smaller magnet, and it's another plus in the light column. But this amp, one of the neat things about it uses an EF86 preamp tube, which is a pentode, and those were used classically in some of the Vox amps and other things. They do potentially have a problem with microphonics because they're so high gain, and that's part of their sound is this amazing coiled spring jump. But we've got that tube near the end of the circuit, so you really don't have gain after it. What you do get is all the flavor, but none of the microphonics, and it's worked out tremendously. This amp has a lot of British flavor. There's a three-position voice switch here between a Vox type sound, a high watt type sound, and a Marshall. We're inspired by the classics. We don't copy anything. We do our own thing, and we like to collage ideas. So these are interpretations and pointers. Yeah. But you really can hear it, and it's a ton of fun to go through those and play.
Yeah.
What else do we have? We have a super deep tremolo on this one too, and a built-in attenuator, like a lot of our amps. So if you want to get power tube distortion at home, you can do it easily and really dial in that great compressive feel you get with power tube distortion at any volume, basically.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Carr that's so unique. Not only does it look good in your living room, but it sounds good because you can attenuate it to a volume that you can continue to live in your home with peace with all the other people that live there.
That harmony, that is nice.
That's right.
And they take pedals really well.
Oh, they do. Speaking of which, let's go look at the brand new amp that just came out over here.
All right.
So speaking of taking pedals, we got this young man here. He's rocking away on a fuzz pedal. This is through the
that is a fuzz pedal, by the way. So that's not the natural tone of the amp.
That's a fuzz pedal, but it sounds nice and Velcro-y. Which is
Velcro-y.
Yeah, right. Which is what you want out of that kind of sound. And that's the new Skylark.
I might see if we can turn the Velcro off.
Yeah. We're going to do a demo of that.
making the Skylark for about 10 years. It's a great amp that people have loved. And after the Bell Ray, with its high watt setting, again in interpretation, people really enjoyed that sound. And I thought, oh, well, I might be able to work that into the Skylark and we'll do an updated version. So that's the biggest change. There's a toggle switch, so you could go from the kind of Fullerton sound to this scooped high watt sound. We've also added a tube rectifier. The reverb circuit I've tweaked so you can get a lot more depth in the reverb. There's a high-low gain switch. Everything in there got tweaked. We're using a lot more of the US-made capacitors, Jupiter in there. And there's a new cabinet with the thin wall ply that we've been really enjoying in a new look. And this one actually went down 5 pounds from the previous model. Mostly in the cabinet material, but it sounds
it's on the
fantastic.
keto diet.
It might be hard to, if you love fuzz pedals, I think you know this is the amp for you.
Yeah. What I love about your amps, just like what you said a second ago, you definitely have harnessed like sort of the spirits of vintage amps,
right.
But you have your own thing. You have your own thing, and it's unique. It's very inspirational, and you have like your own sort of character with each amp. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's like each amp is its own little superhero, and you have the Avengers, right?
That makes sense. There are some kind of family traits that come along with them.
Well, speaking
and that's
of this,
mostly the components we use, and I guess the method.
So here's another gorgeous amp. This is the Mercury.
Well, this is actually, it's kind of fun. That's the old Mercury, the classic Mercury that we discontinued around 2012. But this cabinet is something we made for fun for NAMM as a concept car.
Oh yeah.
There's the pun again. But something we might come out with later this year. It's a really great look. And I don't know, putting the classic Mercury in there was a ton of fun. I might vamp something off that. And that's a single-ended amp, only one power tube.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize that if they've got an idea for the aesthetics that's within like the parameters that you want them to work with, different toil X's and things like that, you guys are open to that sort of thing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we have a ton of different colors, that we offer, and you can pick your own combination. And we're starting to experiment a little bit with some select new grill cloths, like the Skylark Special has a new grill cloth. This is a new grill cloth look. Yeah, we like them to look good. It's a ton of fun.
Well, hey, man.
Hey.
You're awesome at what you do.
Thank you.
I sure do appreciate it.